and today I want to talk about the new pet that we just got a few updates ago, because we got a phoenix and this pet looks really cool and a lot of people have asked me about my opinion about it, and I want to talk about if it's really that cool and if it's really that helpful. So I want to get into this pet now, and I think we just get it started. So the first skill is similar to every pet skill. It is a single target damage that is a bit higher than the normal attack, depending on how high you've skilled it. And now we can get started with the second skill, because it is kind of like similar to the dragon's second skill that deals damage to all units with a certain percentage of normal attack. But the Phoenix second skill has a higher percentage than the dragon skill, but this skill only gets into the back row. And from my experience, I've often seen that the dragon was very helpful in battles, because if he did his AoE attack, while with AoE I mean area of effect, his second skill, he often killed the troops of people that joined late. And if you have a useful or a good attack setup, you always bring like 110 or 100 units of everything to hopefully absorb an attack of units when they switch targets. And the dragon was often very helpful, because when people joined and then the dragon did his AoE skill, he immediately killed all units that with a small amount, so that the troops could always keep the attack focus on the main troops, for example, like tier 11 infantry or the mages and stuff like that. So with the Phoenix now saying it only attacks troops in the back row, means that it can happen that during the battle, when troops start to switch between targets and the skill happens, it won't affect the frontline unit, it will only affect the backline unit, which is already why I don't really like the second skill. Now coming to the third skill, and this made my final opinion about this pet, because the second skill is a permanent skill, it is always active, and it says increases attack of all angels by 3%. It also increases the conversion of killed soldiers into Guardian Force by 5%, and it increases daily collection limit of Guardian Force by 1000. So the increases of Guardian conversion or Guardian limit are really things that if you have a castle that always plays events, that works on the guard emblem, that has the normal angel technology that doesn't require Azeroth maxed out, then you don't really need this stuff. Then you should be good to go. Also, my opinion is just from a peaceful realm. I don't know how much this would affect a castle in a kingdom that is at war, but I personally think that these skills don't have that much of an impact on a decision making. What is important is increases attack of angels by 3%, because we all know how hard it is to work on angel attack, and that makes this pet so interesting for a lot of players. But what you definitely need to take into consideration before you work on this pet or before you buy this pet. With the Phoenix came a new resource that is called Phoenix Ashes. And Phoenix Ashes can be either chosen in events as a reward, or you can, of course, buy them. So that is completely fine. But you need 50 Phoenix Ashes to activate the Phoenix. And you need Phoenix Ashes to work on the third skill. And the third skill, I think I've seen screenshots when it upgraded from first to second level that increased the angel attack of 0.5%, and it requires Phoenix Ashes. So, and this is how my final opinion about this pet was made, because if you choose the Phoenix Ashes always as an event reward option, for example, in the Lucky Wheel event, we just had it and I was able to choose between 2 Phoenix Ashes or, for example, 10 Beast Skill XP scrolls, then it is clearly more than clear that this pet is made for players that are willing to invest. The permanent increase of angel attack is very powerful and can be very beneficial for your angels. But what I want to take into consideration when we talk about the Phoenix, the second skill, I really don't like the skill. I think that the dragon skill is way better because it has a higher impact on the overall battle performance. And just to get a bit more, or just to get more angels attack, to invest that much into the game, I want to take the second skill of the Pegasus into consideration. Every 13 seconds raises attack of back row troops by a certain amount of percent for a duration of 5 seconds. And this is why I will definitely stick to my Pegasus and will choose other event rewards in events, because this skill always chooses the one back row troop that has the highest battle power. The wording isn't really correct on this skill, but I know from my experience, if I attack with 100k tier 11 angels and 100k tier 11 mages, then this buff always applies to my angels. And this skill can be upgraded with beast skill XP scrolls. And of course it is just a temporary buff. It is not permanent as a skill from the Phoenix. That what definitely speaks for the Phoenix. It is a permanent thing, and you know how important permanent things are for me in this game. But what I want to say by this is you need to increase, it increases your angel attack by 3%. Every upgrade will cost you Phoenix Ashes that need to be selected as event rewards, or you buy them. And every upgrade will increase, from the screenshots that I've seen, by 0.5%. And I don't think that it is worth it to invest that much time and that many event reward options to get the skill up, just to have a pet with a bad second skill, and or to have this third permanent skill. I think that if you're willing to bring up the amount of investment to bring the third skill on a very high level, then yes, then the Phoenix is definitely a good thing for you. The second skill isn't that bad. I just think that the skill of the dragon is better. And if you can bring up the third skill to a very high level, then definitely, then the Phoenix is a nice pet. But I know for me, as a person that doesn't invest into this game, that the Pegasus is definitely the better option. Because the buff, of course, is just temporary, but it buffs my angels. I can upgrade the skill with beast skill XP scrolls, and I'm well set with that. So this is my opinion on the Phoenix, and I hope that it will help you if you want to buy the Phoenix or if you want to stick to the Pegasus now. I think that the Pegasus is still probably the best pet currently for players that are not investing into this game. If you're willing to invest, then the Phoenix is definitely a very nice option because of the permanent angel attack increase. But be sure that you have to keep in mind that you need to invest into this pet to bring this third skill to a high level to compensate what the War Blessing skill of the Pegasus can give you. And keep in mind that the second skill only flies into the back row and not, as known from the dragon, into all units. This is what I think about the Phoenix, and I hope that that my opinion will help you with your decision making, what you want to go for. Yeah, and I would say that, we will see each other in the next video. Goodbye, guys.